Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
And we have one of them here today joining us, not for the first time, but yeah, you've been on before, Mr. Gerald L. Marcus.
Thank you for having me. And yes, I was here before, and it was a great experience, so I appreciate the opportunity to do it again.
Well, we've been doing our homework on you over the last year here, making sure, all the great stuff you've been doing. But I love that you're involved in charity. You have a great track record, a great reputation, great reviews. And some of our, our employees here have mates that work with you, that know you, and we've heard nothing but great stuff. So we're very pleased to have you join us today as our personal injury attorney, chosen personal injury attorney.
I love that.
So why don't you give us a little background so our guests will have a better idea of why we need to listen to Gerald L. Marcus and what kind of value you're going to add to our show as you did last time.
Well, in a nutshell, what I do is I'm a personal injury attorney, and I represent people involved in any type of an accident who suffer an injury, assuming that somebody else caused the accident or contributed to the cause. And the majority of the situations where people don't have an attorney when they're not represented and they attempt to pursue their claim against the other party's insurance company, they really don't stand a chance. They're kind of like a fish out of water. You have the insurance industry against an individual, and the individual doesn't know what they're doing. They don't know how to present the claim or to evaluate the situation. So at the basic foundation level, my purpose, my job is to protect someone's interest who's been injured in an accident.
The insurance company isn't looking out for your best interest?
Well, you said it, I didn't, okay? We're just so used to dealing with them on a daily basis, and they're so kind of brainwashed into we do the right thing, but it's their way of thinking what the right thing is. And usually they're in business to not pay out the right amount, usually.
That's what I'm getting at.
To profit, and so my job is to kind of level the playing field and to put an innocent injured person on the same level playing field as a corporate giant, an insurance company or their defense attorneys, and make sure that they get a fair shot. So essentially that's what I do. That's what my firm does, and the team that we put together. We help people. We're out in the community. When people call us, we evaluate their case, and then we do the right thing to present their claim. And 90% of the time it results in a settlement, a resolution. And the other 10% or so, it results in our having to file a lawsuit and litigate, and that means there's something to fight over. They're fighting harder, we're fighting harder, and at the end of the day, we want to do the right thing for our people, for our clients.
Don mentioned something earlier on, and he said, that we have some mates that work here that know someone who actually works for you, and that's how we met you.
Correct.
Well, I don't think there's a greater compliment than one of your employees referring you, because they know all the inner workings of your firm. They know the good, the bad, and the ugly, so to speak. And so when somebody that works for your firm can say, hey, this is a really good firm and we really do the right thing here, I think that's important.
Well, thank you. And Matt and Anna Crayon, they're the people that you're talking about. They're great people. And actually, they came
and they
to
cook a good New Orleans-style crawfish boil.
I've been to one of those crawfish bakes or broils, but it was great. They worked for the insurance industry as adjusters, and they came to work for me and our team probably 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, and we treat our team like a big family, basically. So
that sounds familiar.
So it's kind of like this big, seemingly dysfunctional family. On the other hand, everyone's focused and everybody knows what our purpose is and what our goal is. And yeah, I agree. That's a nice compliment to have them either referring their friends and their family to our law firm for us to represent them, or to pass my information along to you guys to get us out here. But they're great people, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, we love working with them. Scott Crayon works for us, obviously the brother of Matt Crayon, and what a great family. They're all just good people, and they've had nothing but great things to say about you. And like I said, we love the fact that, a lot of our guests, one requirement is that they give back. Right. There's a common theme. If you go back to our bazillions of shows now over 5 years, or 800 interviews, there will be a common theme that anybody that lives off a community better give back to that community, because it shows a lot about their character. And I'm looking at a huge flyer here of all the things you're part of a great group that gives back to Los Angeles quite a bit.
Right. Well, this is actually only been in existence for about 10 years. It's our 10-year anniversary, and it's called the Trial Lawyers Charities, the Los Angeles Trial Lawyer Charities, and we refer to it as LATLC.
That's cool.
We basically learned several years ago that the majority of us, the personal injury attorneys, we're in the trenches, we're in the community, and we're helping people and fighting for people. And we saw the need to give back, basically, not just in the way of representing our clients or writing a check to a charity, but to actually getting out there to women's shelters and to helping the homeless, education, children's issues, battered women, etc. And a group of great trial lawyers from LA got together. There were only 7 of them to begin with, and now we're about 2,100 supporters.
Oh, wow. Nice growth.
And we raise a lot of money from within our community of trial lawyers for LA and the people that work with us. And we give 95% of that money back to 35 or 40 partner charities. And they're all on our website. It's latlc.org, and you could see what we've done. But, you know, we're actually out there, and I was at a women's shelter at the Los Angeles Women's Center last week, cooking lunch and feeding, and it's the best feeling in the world to know that you're actually doing something good. You're not just saying you're going to do it or writing a check.
Oh, there's the word. That's what that's why we love that when you're involved. And when you're involved, you actually see what's going on and what they're going through and what comes back to it. I know there's a lot of charities we're involved in, like Michael Hoffman Foundation for Children's Cancer. Being involved in that and seeing what the families are going through and how much value you give back makes you want to help more.
Right.
When you're just writing a check, sometimes you don't get that sense of purpose.
Right.
And good for you.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Let's not discourage anybody. Let's not discourage anybody who's writing a check, because at least they're doing what they can.
Yes,
but when you can participate in any of the events, there's a whole different level of transparency with whatever foundation or group you're helping, and you start to see what they really do and where your dollars go.
Right. And we saw that as local trial lawyers and attorneys for the people in our community, that we could do something to make a difference in our community, and we can really make some positive changes as a whole within the trial lawyer community, basically. And it's been a slow process, but the last few years presently our president is Scott Corwin, an amazing guy, extremely philanthropic and leads us. Last year we had Amy Kirby, Bob Simon, a guy named Bruce Traney, and Joe Barrett, those 2 attorneys, excellent attorneys, really started Trial Lawyer Charities. It was their vision just to help other people and really be in the trenches and raise money from ourselves, from our own group, and then give back to these partner charities, which it's fantastic. I love it.
We love that. Okay, someone who's giving back and helping you, Gerald L. Marcus, personal injury attorney. And stay tuned, because now we're going to talk about if you or someone else you know, because it may be not just you, had an injury or something comes up. This is a guy to talk to, whether it's an auto injury, homeowner's business, commercial, you name it. Gerald L. Marcus has got the answer. So don't go away. We'll be right back.